Sarah Nelson. We're just chatting a little bit about her house and the experience that she's had. And we're on Lake Higanza, which I've heard that you love.
I love. Well, I'd lived here. I actually moved back in between my two old houses, so I was familiar with Lake Higanza, and I've always liked it. Yeah. It doesn't have the busyness of the other lakes. So
it doesn't. I know, it's kind of the unkept secret.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about your experience living on the lake and kind of what attracted you to? I know you said you lived here, but what attracted you to this location?
Well, because I've lived on Wabisa as well.
Okay.
And it's kind of a different. They're all different, but I love lake living just in general because everyone's on Tulsa time.
Yes.
When you have people walking by with their dogs, hey, what are you doing? Come on over. Which is great. Sometimes when you're trying to do your office work and catch up on your notes, it's not that great, but it's actually lovely. And everyone is always, because a lot of people are transient, they only live here,
right.
Portion of the year. So you feel, even though the lots tend to be more narrow, of course, on the lake, you still feel a lot of space.
Well, and you got a good one. It's not exactly wide, but it's very long and it's gorgeous. Yes.
I love it.
And for those of you who know the notes she's talking about, she's the best chiropractor I've ever had. So.
Oh! But she's only had one.
No, I've had
sweet, thank you.
But the only one I keep coming back to.
Thank you. That's funny.
Oh, well, those are great things.
But yeah, I do. I love this lake. I do. Lake living is there's just, you have to have the right, you have to know that people are going to walk by all the time and people drive by a lot.
They do.
Yeah. But it just is very, I don't know. I love the atmosphere. It's very casual and everybody's loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
And always up to, hey, you having a glass of wine? Come on over. Which is my jam.
That's good. So kind of how has lake living influenced your lifestyle and daily routines, which you kind of alluded to a little bit, but...
Yeah, it's definitely more casual. Like there are always people walking by, or people ride their motorcycles by,
right.
But it's everybody going by. They're not going to a destination; they're going by to putts.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's a nice place to relax because of that. People aren't zooming past you on their way to work or in a hurry. Neighbors are always stopping by, which is great. Like, hey, I saw. What do you got going on? Put that sauna in. And what you got going on in the back there? Which is, I kind of like that kind of thing, where everybody has your back. So I've had, my dog's very naughty and he has gotten out of the fence before and the neighbors all, just help out. They're just really lovely. Yeah. The same was true though. I think that's just lake living because on Wabisa, that was the same case. Apparently I'm an irresponsible dog owner, but my dog gets out a lot. But the neighbor's like, oh, that's Sarah's dog, they bring him over or whatever.
And I remember even one time living on Wabisa, and my son could attest to this, but they lost their pier sections. And
they floated away.
Yes, and we were out there rescuing them, like in the waves through the tow rope out to them. It was... Yeah,
and on that point, it's a labor of love. You have to kind of keep your shoreline clean, and you have to do these things. But that's all. That's enjoyable. And you see your neighbors down there doing it. It's very much because I've lived in subdivisions and neighborhoods and things. But I love lake living. Yeah, your neighbors always come over and kind of help you out.
Yep,
so
which is good.
Yeah, it's great.
Good. What advice would you give to someone considering purchasing a lake home?
I would say to go through you. But truly, I didn't know I was gonna have this until you brought it to my, and we just kind of were talking casually over the years, and I wasn't a super serious buyer even really, and you said, I think you have something you need to see, and you were right. So, but I would say when you're considering buying a lake, I guess also be aware of there are some rules, with the setbacks. So if you think you're going to buy kind of a tear down on a dumpy lot, know that you may not. It's a good way to make
research.
You do, and it's a good way to, even if you're within the parameters, it's a good way to make a bad neighborly relationship if you're going to build a big pig.
Yep.
So just be aware of that. Even though you may be within the covenants of the area and the setbacks, you don't want to be a jerk.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I know that all my neighbors down here. We're really grateful that what we did, we just kind of renovated and I'd lived on the lake down the road before. It was a pretty big house, it was a little obnoxious, and I think they were all kind of thinking I was going to do something like that. So they were, you have to be aware. It's a community.
It is.
Very much a community, because most people don't, they're not transient. They're transient in seasons, but not in keeping it. Like a lot of these houses have been through generations.
They have.
Yeah. And so you don't, you want to make friends with your neighbors always, but particularly here because they're around for a while.
They are. Yeah. And then as far as doing things on the lake, what are some of your favorite, or maybe seasons, or
drinking wine in the boathouse?
you have a stellar boathouse.
I do. The boathouse really sold me. I remember you saying, because it was a little it was in disrepair.
Yes.
And you're just like, Sarah,
there's so much potential.
There's so much potential here, and you were spot on, man. Because I didn't even have to. I just renovated it. I did all the tinkering myself.
I remember coming over and you were laying that floor in the boathouse.
We won't tell details of that, but yes, that's a great story. In like 110-degree weather.
My favorite memories.
On my lunch hour. That was funny. Got her done though.
We did.
Got her done.
Yeah.
But
you did.
Yeah. I just love to sit. I just, I'm active by nature, but I find myself when I'm home just, sitting. It brings me kind of brings me down. Like, just lowers my blood pressure if it was ever high. But, just sit on the boathouse in the quiet and listening.
And it's nice with your boys. I mean,
it's so great.
They can get out on the. I just was over the other day and heard about them getting up on
Jack and Bear Rub. Yeah, they're all geeked up about it. There's always action. It's a nice dichotomy. There's all this action if you want it, but there's also the solitude and peace. Like we've got a hammock there, and you lay, take a nap, and you go kayaking, or you can get after it and bring a bunch of friends with some loud music and go slalom skiing on your ski boat. So it's kind of got a little bit for everybody.
Well, thanks for meeting with me.
Yeah, thanks for finding this place for me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Cheers, girl.
Cheers.